spot, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tannehill on 3rd down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 15. Watson on 1st down. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down. Will Fuller was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. That complete to Lamar Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff. but still a lot of guys to account for.
Back to throw, Watson. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They go back to the ground now with Miller. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 50, it's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, 20.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Tannehill on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. Now Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Parker again. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Flush to his right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception, finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. On 4th down, here's the veteran Shane Leckler to punt it away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken around the 12. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start with a give here to Melange. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
That's it, baby. Get set.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete. Brandon Coleman was the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Quick. Deep.
On 1st down, Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Tannehill. He may try and run for this. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
20. Play.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete. Parker the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Tannehill now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the 1st down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Reset. Black 99, feel it.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. From the end zone, Watson. And Miller with it over the middle. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On 1st down, it's Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. A good pick up there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. A deep ball for Ellington. And that's caught inside the 35. And give him a gain of 37.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, They do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Houston after this timeout. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Down. Black 22. Tiger. Black 22. Tiger. Hey.
Watson. Buying time to his left. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on 3rd down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Tannehill on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They run it with Balaj. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now out comes Houston. On 1st and 10, Watson. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Watson. Dancing to his left. His throw incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... It got his man, complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On first down, Watson. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Bruce Ellington, as the first half is winding down. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On second down, here's Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Tannehill with a hook up to Parker for the Dolphin first. On first and 10, Tannehill. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That's fielded in the end zone. And here comes the Texans now. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. They keep it with Miller on first down. Shedding through the defense. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on second is Watson. He's got Fuller. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Black 22! Black 22!
Now Watson from the gun on third down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. From the end zone, Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. On play action, Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Ellington now to return it. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Watson on second down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Come back, come back.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
But he finds his man Griffin, and he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Watson on first down. Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Charles Harris able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Watson now to throw on 2nd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. Tannehill. Now he's forced out left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watson looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got his man in the crossing route. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because They handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Richmond.
Here's Watson on first down. He's going to fire one deep over. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Cameron Wake, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Come back.
To throw on 2nd down. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Flushed out right. There's some space here. He spins free. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Again, it's Balaj. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the gun on third down, Tannehill. It's complete to Parker, left side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
no
yards.
yardage. Okay.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Tiger. Blue waiting.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Caught. It's Ellington. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the pitch goes to Miller. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the 50, it's Watson. He's going to air one out. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14 to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Bernardrick McKinney in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Here we go.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He's going to flick one out here to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. Nothing open downfield, they went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back, see if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's third. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on fourth down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Desperation time for Tannehill on fourth down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Hustle, we're walking. We're all walking.
He's back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Back to throw. And Stills bringing it in. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop the football. They're trained to catch everything.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Again, it's Foreman. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it, because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head